US-China trade war worsens. China hits back at Trump. Raises tariffs on US goods to 125%. Beijing refuses to back down on retaliatory tariffs. Xi Jinping seeks European Union support. Trade war between two superpowers escalates. Trump hikes tariffs on China to staggering 145%. Who is winning this global trade war? On April 11, China said that it would raise tariffs on U.S. goods to a staggering 125% from 84%, hours after President Xi Jinping urged the European Union to join hands with Beijing in resisting what he called unilateral bullying, referring to the massive tariffs imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. The new levy, which will come into effect on April 12, was announced after Trump raised the tariffs for China to 145%, further escalating the ongoing trade war between the world's top two economies. The Chinese Finance Ministry said further action by the U.S. will be ignored because, at the current tariff level, there is no possibility of market acceptance for U.S. goods exported to China. The spokesperson said that the United States' imposition of round upon round of abnormally high tariffs on China has become a numbers game with no practical significance in economics. The spokesperson further added that if the U.S. continues to play the tariff numbers game, China will ignore it. Beijing also said the U.S. should bear full responsibility for the global economic turbulence unleashed by U.S. President Trump's tariffs. In his first reaction to Trump's tariff onslaught, Chinese Premier Xi Jinping urged the European Union to join forces with Beijing to resist what he called unilateral bullying. State news agency Xinhua quoted Jinping as saying that China and Europe should fulfill their international responsibilities. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump announced on April 9 a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs for all but China. Trump's sudden announcement pulled the world back just in time from the brink of a full-on trade war. In a statement, Trump said he was authorizing a 90-day pause as part of his tariff plan, barring China. He said he was raising tariffs on Chinese imports, citing a lack of respect from Beijing. A previous round of U.S. tariffs had come into force on April 9, hiking up duties on Chinese imports to 104%. China then responded to the 104% duties, saying it would raise its tariffs on U.S. imports from 34% to 84%, effective from April 10. The escalation in the U.S.-China trade war comes days after President Trump called his Chinese counterpart a smart man. Trump earlier told reporters at the White House that he thinks President Xi is a man who knows exactly what needs to be done. Trump went on to call him a very smart man, who he said loves his country. Trump further went on to add that he thinks the Chinese president is going to want to make a deal, adding that they will get a phone call at some point.